ANA KASPARIAN has left the left. My God, that literally no one could have seen coming. Holy. I suddenly see the flawed thinking of some of the left. I also witnessed their cruelty and hypocrisy in real time. These terrible traits that I had associated solely with my political opponents were obviously not exclusive to their tribe. I was stupid for ever thinking that was the case. That doesn't mean everyone on the left thinks or behaves in the way this small group of lunatics do. Far from it, but it does mean that there are factions and flaws on both sides of the aisle, and no one has a monopoly on truth. Then there was the insane reaction to one of my tweets in March of 2023. I'm a woman. Please don't ever refer to me as a person with a uterus, birthing person, or person who menstruates. How do people not realize how degrading this is? You can support the transgender community without doing this shit. This is true. Man, it's just another unfortunate, it's just another thing. I don't know what to say. People do this. People get like mind rotted. Basically, you have a bad experience with a group of people and then you decide to become the exact opposite politically. I understand why people do it. It's just kind of sad, I guess.
I don't know what my political labels are at this point, right? Because I feel like I don't really fit anywhere. And that's just full honesty. It's, again, very uncomfortable for me. And I want to say that out of any point in my adult life, this is probably the point where I'm the most malleable and open to new information because of what I've experienced over the last.
So this is some Dave Rubin stuff, right? Literally, because Dave Rubin also came from TYT. I'm feeling politically homeless. Oh, I feel like I'm not part of either side of the aisle. My mind is open and I'm absorbing all this info and the left is being so intolerant and canceling me. And you guys, you, the right, are being so accepting of me suddenly being really stupid and reactionary. You're so... Oh.
So, folks, I don't know whether you've been living in a rock for the past few days, but everybody is singing the praises of ANA KASPARIAN, especially those on the right of being red-pilled or leaving the left. I am, quite frankly, a little bit more jaded than that. I actually see through this. Anna is doing absolutely nothing but changing her grift. I think she's just looking to see how the waters are flowing, and she is making sure that she is protected. Honestly, when it comes right down to it, guys, leopards don't change their spots.
Am I saying that I'm better than you? I guess I'm going a little further than you are. Yeah, I'm fucking better than you.
Oh, so you said that it was a white guy. What happened?
I think so poorly of them, and the reason why is because, look, I don't think that you're a single issue voter. I just think you're dumb.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is Miss Kasparian. So, by all means, you guys can think it's great that she suddenly decided that there's such a thing as an actual woman. You can also think it's absolutely great that she may have changed her views on crime. However, as I've probably heard everybody say before, a broken clock is right at least twice a day. All right, and be that as it may, I really don't need the coming to the light of a leftist who basically got mugged. All right, I don't need a conservative that way. I really don't. And quite frankly, the woman will never be a conservative. So, I know that you have seen this article at some point in time. Actually, in the beginning, one of the beginning clips, the guy was actually reading it off to, but folks, just let's go down to right here, okay? This post is one of the things that started it all, and quite frankly, this is what encompasses Kasparian's attitude right now, all right? She is basically angry that somebody else is horning on her grift, okay? She is mad that now the transgender community has made it so men can horn in on her grift. And that's all that's going on right now.
Concerning trend of supposed left-leaning content creators or media personalities being a little bit fash recently. ANA KASPARIAN from the Young Turks, who goes on impassioned rants about, women's rights and bodily autonomy and things. Good messaging. Dropped this absolutely horrible, horrible take. Like, I can almost guarantee she has never actually been referred to as a birthing person. People call her a woman. This is exactly what alt-right talking head weirdos say, and it's not based in reality in any way.
Actually, it is based in reality. We've actually seen paperwork and things like that. referring to women as birthing persons. We've actually seen writers write and refer to women as birthing persons. So by all means, keep making it sound like it's just us.
Like, I know I'm a cis man, but come on, this isn't happening. You're literally parroting the same thing that a billionaire TERF says. What is wrong with you?
So let's go on with this interview that she did with Jillian Michaels, basically explaining where she is right now. And as I said, guys, don't buy it.
Up here?
Me too.
Okay. Nothing was crazy like this, right? The homelessness, crime, the advocating for the medicalization of children, like advocating for late-term abort, like I'm never gonna put a limit on. Like, what about 8 months? No, still no. What do you mean still no? Like, what happened to legal, safe, rare? Come on. Like, there's a limit. Come on. Like, this madness. And I personally feel that I have lived through it, and Gavin Newsom is the tip of that spear.
Yeah, for sure.
Go. Take me from the top to the bottom. No one does it like you do. And the concern is that it goes from California to a federal problem.
Yeah, that should be a concern. And in fact, some of the failed policies that we've implemented here, unfortunately, have been exported to other states.
Right.
And I'll give you a quick example, because we have literally squandered $25 billion on the homeless issue over the last 5 years. And I say squandered because there was recently an audit that wanted to see, like, okay, where did the money go? Because over the last 5 years, we've spent all this money, but homelessness has exploded. Homelessness has increased by 58% since 2013. Okay, so obviously this money isn't going where it was supposed to go.
Right.
It goes to donors. That's where it goes. That's the dirty little secret of all of this. All the money that goes into things like housing and things like that go to expensive projects that are then dropped by the original company, picked up by another company, and it just becomes a money grift.
And so it turns out that the state government started giving out these grants during, well, not during, but after 2020.
Okay.
And the grants that they would give out to were these nonprofits, newly formed nonprofits in many cases, that were tasked with helping the homeless. Except some investigations found they weren't actually helping the homeless. And so when you have that experience here, right, in California, and you see how all of these politicians who have all of these friends, who run all of these nonprofits, who stole our money, when you see that, it's really hard to have these conversations about how we need to increase taxes on anyone.
But when Sean Hannity and Jesse Waters are willing to have a conversation about a hearing on health at the Capitol, and CNN tells me I'm anti-science, I mean, my God, where do you think I'm going to lean?
The first time I was pretty viciously demonized by my own side was when I opened up about, I've talked about this so many times, I feel bad repeating it, but it was really that big moment for me.
All right, I'm going to go so far as to say no, it was not unexpected. I think Anna knew exactly what she's doing. And quite frankly, yeah, no, she knows exactly what she's doing, and she knows she's going to survive it. Cenk has already come out in support of her. You already have all the red pillars coming out in support of her. She knows she can take care of it. But she's always going to have attacks from basically little knee biters like these two dullards. And I don't know if you've ever had the misfortune of crossing their YouTube channel. They call themselves the Vanguard. I don't know what they are. They believe they're the vanguard of. They just basically are the vanguard of the low testosterone Marxist movement. Just take a little sample of what these two yapping terriers think about it.
Obviously, but she genuinely seemed to be happy. Now, I really do get the sense that she's bitter. I really get the sense that she's like, just not where she wants to be. I'm not sure why. It's kind of sad almost the more I think about it. But yeah, I just think it's like, she's projecting.
She's sensing the waters are changing. That's what's happening.
Projecting all of this onto the left. And I think that a lot of people, when they become right-wingers, when they make this transition from a more liberal, progressive person. And a lot of times later in life, they'll make this transition into right wingers. A lot of times I do think it's out of bitterness. It's out of rejection. It's out of some feeling that you're not good enough and you have to scapegoat other people. That's how this stuff starts.
Now, I find it absolutely freaking hilarious because everything that they've just described is exactly how these two little idiots act. It's imprinting completely. Leftists do it all the time. So basically, folks, that's where we are. That's my standpoint. Leave me a comment. See if you agree with me. See if you think this is actually something that ANA KASPARIAN has changed. As far as I'm concerned, nothing short of her leaving TYT and joining Dave Rubin's on his show is going to convince me that she has actually changed in her thinking, and even then, she's going to be in complete show-me status for quite a while. So, by all means, like, share, subscribe, guys. Let me know what you think. I will talk to you later.